Cincinnati Bengals, that's the team we're gonna cheer.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Today, a good scrap in the AFC North between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And we're off from Baltimore. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. Richardson throwing to start out. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Ooh, puts him air under this one, right side. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. This gets the 1st and more. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
And the Bengals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with their rookie from USF. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They send a man in motion. Rush coming for Richardson. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone, but what a nice 1st and goal here from the 2.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Bengals take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, running with, I should probably stop it here, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that drink, you got a chip. I be on my little mouse drip. All that record pay your bills.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Valus Jones now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Headed out right. He takes it himself. And finally they get to him and send him out as this gets all the way into enemy territory. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Lamar. Couldn't get the screen set up properly. Brock pass incomplete, and they're going to hope for better results now on 2nd down.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I can feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
Complete left side to Robinson. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Now it's Lamar. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. So long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They'll run here. It's Benson. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Still set up at the 9. It's 2nd and goal. They go play fake with Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's going to score a touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens finish off their opening drive. Chris Olave with the touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Short pass brought in. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Richardson fires quickly out wide. Escapes the defender. Finds a seam. Left side. He's off to the races. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
On the return, here's Jones. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Off to Benson to start the drive. And another small 4-yard chunk there. Tackle made by Myles Murphy.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
Looking to throw, Jackson. Here's a screen to Benson. Fights his way through a tackle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Play action now with Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. Connects on the crosser. And the hit arrived shortly after that football did, but he hangs on for a gain down to the enemy 44. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. It's a 14-7 game. We'll be back to Baltimore in just a bit. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Putting Olave on the slant. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st down, here's Lamar. Finds Benson out of the backfield. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Lamar now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Jackson now on 3rd. Completed to his running back. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
He rolls to his right. He's running with it. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. They broke out the design, run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 44.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Richardson back to throw. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals just need 2 snaps to steal the lead.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
On the return, here's Jones. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this first and 10. Play fake, Jackson. Ooh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. And that's going to push him back for second down.
Even if this QB knew from the very get-go somebody be waiting for him, there's no chance he was going to salvage that play. I'd be surprised if he even got a second to look upfield before he was greeted with the big old open arms for an easy sack.
After the sack could really use a big play here on second down. It's second and 15. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Look at that power, deep left side. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Benson punches it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens earn the chance to tie before halftime. Trey Benson, the touchdown. Here's Luke for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10. Here's Richardson. No place to go. Ravens take him down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Completed over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle the line.
And it's third down.
Richardson on third. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Well, he laid out for it, but the throw just a little bit too off the mark. So fourth down coming up.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Trying to throw for it with Richardson. It's caught. Chase has it. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle the line.
And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They motion the tight end over. On first down, it's Richardson. Brought in. And this is only going to be a small gain to the 42. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing again, Richardson. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Seventh play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Defense contains him. That's going to force 4th down as he's dropped for a loss. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle the line.
It's 4th down.
The final throw before the break. Makes a desperate throw for the end zone. And a man is there to knock it away. Great defense to not only deny that touchdown, but force this turnover on downs. First half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Lamar back to throw. Jump off caught by his back. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Going deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Now the Bengals have it. And he's going to return this to the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take the lead right away in half number 2.
McPherson for the extra point.
Point after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. On the return, here's Jones. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Jones on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he put everything he's got behind it. Caught at the 20-yard line. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens can tie it up after hitting Paynard in the 3rd. George Pickens the touchdown. Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens tie us up 28-all.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. They'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Play fake, it's Richardson. Buying some time right. He just throws this one away.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Back to the air, it's Richardson. He's going deep. This is caught inside the 15. Give him a full 40 on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but games like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Working inside the red zone. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
First and goal, Cincinnati.
They'll try and punch it in. They charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Nose of the football inside the 1. Here's second and goal. Pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. And it looks like the offense was there to recover it. They're inside the 5. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate. Will they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants?
Third and goal from Richardson. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a third-quarter lead. McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
The kickoff for Cincinnati.
On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
On the return. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. They'll begin this drive with Benson. The drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now here's Lamar. Putting Olave on the slant. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Lamar now from the gun. Deep down the right sideline, it's his running back making the catch. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens can tie it up after hitting Pater in the 3rd. Trey Benson, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights. And And the Ravens tie this game 35 apiece. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Noel going in motion right. First down throw here from Richardson. Chased out to his right. Oh, Richardson fumbled it. And this is picked up by the Ravens. And Baltimore finishes the return of the end zone. Touchdown. The Ravens pump. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. He took off with it, which they give him full license to do when he sees an opening, Brock. But he couldn't keep it secure, and it winds up in a defensive touchdown.
Kate, I played for coaches that when you scramble, they force you to have two hands on the ball because they know this. They know these defenders love for these moments. They attack the looseness of that ball security. Quarterbacks, unlike running backs, don't always know how to tuck that ball away. And this defense, well, they took advantage.
Rolling from the pistol, Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
To the air on this first down, Richardson. Gets it to him on the screen. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. It's not made by Donovan Ezeraku.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
So through 3, we're still knotted up in what's been an absolute shootout. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4. Eight yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Short pass brought in, and he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They get an even 10 on that play, and it sets up a Cincinnati first down. Man in motion here. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Right side, this is wheeled in by Warren. And he gets this forward to the 19.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Richardson fires quickly out wide. And he'll go down here at the 16. Eighth play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that first down carry. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 5-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bengals take a fourth-quarter lead. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
The kickoff for Cincinnati.
On the return, here's Jones. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Throwing now on 1st down. It's Jackson. Headed out right. He can run it. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Down the sideline inside the 30. And he is finally sent out of bounds, but not until he gets it all the way down to the red zone. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. That's complete to Bowers outright. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Lamar off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he drives this forward to the 6.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Bengals into the nickel set, 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Benson. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens now trail by just a point in the 4th. Trey Benson, the touchdown.
We've seen all game long how difficult it has been for this defense to try to contain this guy. Not only through the air, now 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's just been a difference maker.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens bring it back to even. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. He's content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Richardson now. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Bengals with a little more work to do to win it here. Second and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
First down, Bengals.
Offense is set. First and 10. Taken in by Chase, left side. Hits the 20. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals have taken the lead late. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Ravens in very good field position as they come up first and 10. Setting up to pass. And he got there in time. He's taken down. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up.
Brings up second and
He'll look to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And he'll get them enough for a first down. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's first and 10. Here he is to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
The clock inside of 50 seconds now. Second and 10. Back to throw. He rolls to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill in the Bengals territory. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Third and 4 coming up now.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
Throwing now. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable in an incomplete.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on fourth down. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dax Hill.
It's a turnover on downs.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. It's victory formation the rest of the way for the Bengals, who take a knee. So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL, as they're now up to a 3-0 start. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Baltimore.